Coming up in this episode.
Hey up lads and lasses, and welcome back to the channel. We're on the Isle of Man at the Grandstand for the TT races, and it's day 2 of Planet of the Monkeys 2025. Let's have it.
So you wanna ride bikes, stay strong, flexed up, like Johnny and Yorkshire lad, like Johnny, 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 Johnny.
Right team, it's day 2 of Planet of the Monkeys 2025. I've had a late start, I'm not going to lie. We're supposed to be at the Grandstand for 8:30. I think it's now 7:45. I've got to get myself dressed, brush my teeth and everything, and get off. I've still not even made my breakfast. But yesterday was a hectic day. We started off dead early, but it was a really good day. I really did enjoy it. There was a lot to do. Today is exactly the same. We've got this massive trail around the island. You're going to see all the sites. I think the early start was kind of created because there's going to be so many people, and when you, for example, get to a site, people want to buy a cup of tea or something like that, and there's always a massive queue. So I'm not sure how the day is going to pan out for me personally. I want to meet everybody, say hello, do a bit of the ride. I've done the island, but it can get a bit hectic if the numbers, which are estimated 150 people, are there. But yeah, I had a good night. I didn't get home till like 10 o'clock. I don't drink or anything like that, but I was hanging out with lads and stuff. And as soon as I got through the door, I just fell asleep. And I've only been awake for about 10 minutes now. So I'm going to drink this cup of tea, have my breakfast. I'm going to get ourselves to Grandstand for day 2 of Planet of the Monkeys. Let's have it. So we've just made it to the Grandstand now on the Isle of Man for day 2 of Planet of the Monkeys 2025. Look at all these groms and all these monkeys here. We'll get a closer up picture. But yeah, check this out.
Started up at the TT stand, legends raced on the sacred land. Revved our monkeys, waved to the sky, even the seagulls gave us a try. Helmets on with grins so wide, time to take this island ride. Hey, hey, it's a monkey holiday, riding through the island, laughing all the way. Hey, hey, it's a monkey holiday, sunshine engines and a tiny getaway. We zip, we zoom, we ride all day on the planet of the monkeys, come what may.
So as you can see, there's an absolute ton of people here. We're expecting numbers about 150. I'm not sure how many numbers we are going to get. Last year we had 82, but anything more than 82 is a win in my personal opinion. It's an action-packed day. I don't know what we're going to be getting on with really, with filming wise. It's just so fast paced, so we're going to try do a bit of filming when we're on the road, obviously epic montages, some epic music to go with that, and we'll just see what these little places are. I've done them all before, so I kind of know the best bits now. So everyone's in really high spirits, and I am too. I'm not going to lie, I woke up this morning, I was knackered. I thought, we'll have a late start, but everyone's here. So far I got here, that's the main thing. So yeah, don't know what else to say. Let's get to it, shall we?
Fog rolls in on the mountainside, headlights glow as we glide and ride past stone walls and ancient track. Monkeys lead and we don't look back. The TT stand fades out of view. Laxey looms with coastal dew. Engines roar across the aisle. Side by side we chase the day. Monkey wheels in motion, carving stories through the gray. No rules, just roads, a brotherhood on display. It's Planet of the Monkeys 2025, we ride our way.
So we've just had a bit of an epic ride out through the moors. It was foggy, as you can see from the footage. Really good fun though. There's a bit of overtaking, there's nothing wrong with that, as long as you do it safely. But we're in Laxey now, and above us is the Laxey wheel somewhere there. You can just probably see the tip of it. We'll get the drone up if I have a minute, but I'm not guaranteeing it. But yeah, just check out the crowds. And we've got some more coming in now. Top boy, aren't they there? Top boy on there. Is that my mate? Is that my mate Jinxie right there?
Yes.
Hey up, how are you?
Hey,
good morning.
there we are.
Good morning. How are you? How are you fixing for the ride, Jinx? Are you having a good day?
Oh, she's under the weather today. We ran a bit fast yesterday around the 700, and she's pulled some. Haven't you?
Oh, poor lass. Have to take it steady today.
She's all quiet.
So you can even bring your dog along to these events. How awesome is that? But yeah, so far morale is high. Great day. I'm having a good time. I'm here to see all my mates, here to ride my bike, and the day's only just starting. So have it.
Laxey wheel goes round and round, steam and smiles in that little town. Coffee chips and cheeky laughs, we monkeyed on through winding paths. Waved to folks, got muddy boots, monkeys rolling absolute hoots. Woo! Hey, hey, it's a monkey holiday, riding through the island, laughing all the way. Hey, hey, it's a monkey holiday. Sunshine engines and a tiny getaway. We zip, we zoom, we ride all day on the planet of the monkeys, come what may.
Right, team. I can't believe that the gang left us when we were trying to get that quality content for you. However, there are a couple of bikes that have turned up over here now. On the actual map that the Monkey Revolution, big shout out to Monkey Dicks for putting this map on, we are going to be coming along this. This is the Ramsey Promenade. So I'm just going to chill here until they come along, really, and I'm going to pick up with the crowd, and I'm going to head over to the lighthouse, the Point of Ayre or something. I don't know. I've got no way of doing this, but there's some monkey bikers over there. I'm just going to chill, just going to relax for a bit, and I'll catch you in a little bit. And here we have it, sports fans. Hey, I'm not alone anymore. Hey, here we go.
I'm guessing we've not missed them.
Right, team, my plan worked. If you look over here, right there in the distance, they've arrived, so we're going to go join them now. But yeah, you know, it's not hard to find people on this island. Let's do it.
Through fields and lanes we start to race. Monkeys dart with wild grace. Corners tight, hedgerows close. Every mile a mini boast. The lighthouse calls with wind so high. We ride like birds beneath the sky. Engines roar across the aisle. Side by side we chase the day. Monkey wheels in motion, carving stories through the gray. No rules, just roads, a brotherhood on display. It's Planet of the Monkeys 2025. We ride our way.
Right, team, so we've made it to the Point of Ayre. Basically, we've got a lighthouse right here. We've got like a little lighthouse on the beach there. Last year we couldn't go on the beach because the Arctic tern bird was nesting on this beach, and it's the same again this year. I am going to send the drone up. We're not going to, well, it's a bit windy at the moment, but we'll see what footage we can get. But the actual day so far, some of the best roads. I missed out a little bit because I had to meet everyone at the Ramsey Promenade. But, you know, these roads are what you're missing out on. I would love to ride them every day. I think if I rode them every day, I would get bored, and the novelty would disappear. But yeah, it's just such a beautiful island. Everyone's in good spirits. There's been no knobs around. Yeah, and we've got our famous Bonnet right here now, coming over on the Mega Grom. Look at him right there. He don't care. He's an absolute lad. He missed his ferry yesterday. He ended up coming here like 7 o'clock on that ferry. I don't think he camped up till about 1 o'clock in the morning. And here he is, sports fans. It's the famous Bonnet. So
The Monkey Revolution.
The Monkey Revolution. Right, so we're here with the famous Bonnet. How would you describe today's ride, Bonnet?
Very good.
Do you know what?
100%.
I wish we had these roads in England,
Yes.
but I think if I lived on the island, I'd get a bit bored of doing it all the time.
Today I've not been on in my life. That road we've been on.
Oh, I think I missed that out. Everyone left me at Laxey, so I just met you all at Ramsey Promenade.
Yeah,
But this one coming in were really good, wasn't it, though? So, how was your ferry ride in yesterday?
a bit slow.
I know. What time did you get camped up last night?
But at 10 o'clock, between 10 and half 10.
Oh, blow me neck. Yeah, a long day for Alan Bonnet.
I blew me tent up. It's a blow up tent.
All right.
And I've called it a doll's house tent. You'll see it's got 3 windows in it. You know, yeah, but it's actually very good. Don't slag it off.
I'm not slagging nothing off.
Very good.
The north, where the wind blows free, we follow tracks to the edge of the sea. Lighthouse standing tall and proud, we pulled up feeling kick, shared a cheer. The monkey squad was rolling in. Hey, hey, it's a monkey holiday. Drone flies high while the monkeys play. Hey, hey, it's a monkey holiday. Point of Ayre, then we're on our way.
Right, team, so we've made it to the old guard house. It's near the vintage motorcycle and TT museum on the Isle of Man, and everyone's just having a cup of tea and stuff. I'm going to grab one as well, but one lad did come off his Benelli TNT. I think he hit a puddle or something and just skidded off the road. He's alright, his bike's not overly damaged, but yeah, I'm going to grab a brew and then we'll pick up when we pick up, because you know there's a lot to see and a lot to do today, and I'm only giving you like a little glimpse of what's happening, but yeah, it's absolutely phenomenal. What a great day. Right, team, so we're hydrated now. We're going to head off to one of my favourite roads on the island, that's Druidale. That's kind of like the moorland kind of area of the island, but it's just some fun twisties. I'm not going to be able to do much, only on the 360, obviously we don't have the face mount camera today. But yeah, let's enjoy Druidale, shall we?
Welcome to Druidale! Planet of the monkeys, full send crew. Twist the grip, blast right through. Hedgerows tight, the throttle snaps. Slow down loud, you're gonna crash! Laid out cold in a money ditch. Still smiling, ain't that rich? Battle bruise, we ride again. Top boys down, but never the end. Druidale, land of the monkeys. Ooh, we ride small, we fall hard.
Do it there. Go on, put there. Ready? There we go. Go back home.
You might need that bit.
Yeah, that my own bit.
Oh, she's a real off-roader now.
We expected to see that on the podcast. In the hole, literally in the river.
Right, team, we've made it to Peele after that absolutely epic crash. I don't really know what happened. Me being top boy, obviously trying to get my knee down round the corner, I went around and all of a sudden I felt my bike, I was leaning a bit. You might be able to see from the footage. We'll have to analyse the footage later just to see what actually happened. But it felt like I kind of hit a rut in the road, and me lean, it kind of jumped me and made me go upright. And obviously the worst place to land was that ditch. My eyes went straight to that ditch, and you shouldn't do that, you should look where you're going. So that's what I did, I hit that ditch, went down there. I've checked the bike over. It took, obviously, you saw like 4 or 5 lads to lift that bike out of the ditch. Like you said, I'm in a bit of a daze still from it. I'm absolutely fine, I'm unscathed. The bike itself, there is the shock guards on the front. As you can see, they were custom made by our mate Julian Best anyway. They took a bit of a pounding, but they did the job. They saved the shocks from bending. So that was pretty good. There is a bit of like a little shaving that's gone up on the shock from where a rock hit it. We can just file that off. We aren't precious about this bike, but we don't want to damage it, don't get me wrong. But yeah, the rest of the damage, there isn't really much. The handlebars are a little bit bent where my throttle is. My knee hit that as I went down and it's bent that a tiny bit. But I mean, because I feel a little bit of a bruise on my knee. But other than that, I'm absolutely fine. I went full scorpion quite possibly, but I saw that ditch and I thought, I'm not going down there with my bike. I thought I'll have to try and jump and clear it, so that's what I did. I just threw myself off the bike forward, over the bike, hoping to be all right, and I am. Look, I've got a bit of padding on me, you know, I've got my armour on, and I've also got, you know, a bit of flab on my muscles and stuff, so I think I'll survive. But what I want to do is I want to proper analyse that crash footage and just see what genuinely happened. But yeah, I'm so glad that everyone helped me out. You know, the only thing that's really bruised is the pride, because everyone's giving me a hard time now. But that's what it's all about, isn't it, really? So we've made it down to Peele now. I think I deserve an ice cream just to get over that. We'll see where the day takes us. But I'm glad I got it on the 360 camera. I hope there's some good footage on that. Druidale's still an awesome road. Just go steady, just don't get your knee down like I did. Let's have an ice cream and we'll pick up. Right, team. So after that epic crash, we had an epic ice cream, and we're going to get back on the road and head south. I'm just taking it steady now. The bike handlebars are a bit bent up. We want to survive the rest of the weekend, and I don't know the state of the bike till I can get it home tonight and have a proper look at it. I've got a couple of tools at the Airbnb, but some of them are heading off. I'm waiting a little bit, and I'll head off with the main group. But like I said, them handlebars being a bit twisted. I don't want to bend them back just in case they snap or they cause us some more issues this weekend. But we were going to swap the handlebars, believe it or not, we were going to swap the handlebars. So it's not all lost. But yeah, we're going to get back on the road, everyone's leaving. Don't want to be left behind. Let's see them off. Here they go. And they're going. Right, let's have it. Right, team, so we've made it back to the Airbnb. We left the day in Peele, so we had a good laugh with the lads, laughing about my crash and everything in Peele. And then I left with the group, but they started to split off left and then started splitting off right. And then we got to another junction, they started splitting off. So in the end, I started following another group. I don't know where they were going, I think we were going to Castletown. And whilst we're on the way there, I kind of realised me Lightlock X3, these are £250 locks, had come away from my front rack. And it could only come away one bit when that actual crash happened. So naturally I'm like, well, that's 250 quid that, I've had it less than a year. So my priority was to get back to Druidale, to the spot, and find that Lightlock. And whilst there, we looked around. It was a hard spot, but we didn't realise how deep that river was. Luckily, my bike didn't go in the river. It kind of rested on the banking because it was quite narrow. But I found it deep in the river, and so I got a twig. I found one somewhere to say there's not many trees around, and yeah, I managed to fish that Lightlock out. Right, team, we're filming on the iPhone, so I'm sorry if it's windy, but look where we are. We're back at the scene of the crime, Druidale, because I realised I smashed my Lightlock off the bike, and that's a 250 quid lock. But look where I found it. If you can see it in the water, it's just there. So I'm off to get my arm in there and get it out of the ground unless I can find a stick. So there it is in water there. You can see it in water. And then we've got my zip ties that smashed off the front of the bike. We'll take them home with us. We don't want to litter. Let's try and get it out, shall we? There we have it. There we have it, sports fans. The Lightlock X3 is fine. That's 250 quid saved. But it was on, let me show you this. But it was on the bike like this, and then obviously it fell, snapped off. But this here is the corner. So I came around the corner, saw the bit here, and then the uneven road bumped me. There's a look at the camber. There's a massive camber there. That got me there, and that's where I went in. So I went there, I went flying over here, and I jumped. down there. I'm just glad I found my light lock. That's the main thing. But yeah, I don't think anyone would have found it otherwise. So I think it were in safe places. But then we also analysed what actually happened on the track or down in Druidale. So I came around the corner. I must admit I was reasonably speedy, but I normally take corners quite tight. And on this occasion, there's a big camber in the road. And this isn't me just, you know, obviously my skill level wasn't up there. But this is me trying to save face a little bit. There was like a pothole at the side of the road where the road had worn away with some water or what looked like oil on there. So as I go around the corner tight, I see that. And so I'm focusing on where my bike's going, which is taking me off the trajectory. And then I look up and straight away was that ditch. So, you know, things move in slow motion. On the video, it didn't look as fast, but on that bike, it was fast. And I just saw it, right, I'm going there, and my eyes focused on that ditch. And when your eyes focus, that's where you go. So naturally, we went towards the ditch. And just before we hit that ditch, I was like thinking all sorts of stuff from my head, and my head just kind of went, you just have to jump over the bike. So before we actually just left and fell down, you see me go, jump over the bike. And that was quite crucial, I think, because I think if I held onto the bike and went down with it, I probably would have slid down and crushed me nuts or broke a leg or something like that. But by jumping over the bike and doing this little roll, yeah, I've done all right. I have got a bit of a bruise on my leg, but most importantly, that bike is fine. There's a couple of scratches on it and everything like that. The handlebars were a bit pushed forward, so I've pulled them back. But you know, it's totally rideable. I thought we'd be having some ride problems, but the only main issue was the shock guards. These metal shock guards made by a lad called Julian Best, really good guy for fabrication. And they'd been pushed in, but they'd saved the shocks themselves. They'd taken a lot of the damage. So, you know, well done on them. I'm going to have to order some more off him. The bike that I've ridden it around, it's fine. It's fine, absolutely fine. There's no leaks. I thought I might have pulled a hose out or anything. It did take 4 of us to pull it out of that hole though, which were, you know, thank you very much to everyone who helped me, stopped and helped. Me lifting it from the bottom, and I think the 3 others just dragging it out from the top. It just goes to show that if I wanted a Ducati, I'd be quite upset about that. That bike I'm not 100% precious about. I love it, you know, I've got a lot of sentimental value. It's my favourite bike out of the 3, but it's my favourite because I do have fun with it. I take it off-roading. I take it onto these tracks. I do push its limits quite a lot. I modify it, just getting a little bit out of it. So I'm not too concerned about the bike. So yeah, that was that really. My camera actually ran out. I've done that much filming today that it's just probably not made the cut whatsoever. So yeah, my camera ran out, so I had to film it on my iPhone. That's why it's blustery and windy there. But since then, I just popped back home. I had a quick cup of tea, and then it was about I think about 6 o'clock. So went to go see the Isleman podcast, the TT podcast, and they had obviously Dean Harrison there. They had the Crow twins. They who else did they have? They had Michael Dunlop, Davey Todd. They were really good. So that didn't finish till about 9:30. I spent a bit of time with the lads. They were all laughing at the video that I've shown them and me falling off the bike, which is, you know, I've been laughing as well. It's good spirits. I'm glad it's brought a lot of smiles to everyone's faces. You know, you got to laugh at these things. And now we've just made it back to the Airbnb, and it's 10:30. So I'm just having a cup of tea, and I'm ready for bed. Tomorrow it's supposed to be an 8:30 start at the Grandstand with our mate Monkey Dick's Adventures. But I'm on holiday. I'm having a bit of a lie-in. So some of us have got together and said we're going to meet at 10 o'clock. And we're going to do a different route, but taking a bit of the island. That's fine by me. So I'm going to have a really good sleep tonight. Wake up at about maybe 8:30. Have some quick breakfast. And then boom, get out there on the bikes. That's what we're here to do. Ride bikes. But I feel like, yeah, if I've just been rushed on my feet like today, I've been non-stop, and filming takes it out of you. So I'm just going to chill out for a little bit, and I'm going to bed. So yeah, I really thank you for watching this video. I hope it brought you some joy, and you've laughed at me falling down. I'll show that video again. There'll probably be a few shorts going up, but tomorrow's day 3, so let's see what tomorrow brings. We'll take it a bit more steady, I think. So good night. Thanks for watching.
When there's only ever gonna be one. When there's only